and I'm reporting the income they received to you. Thank you and have a good day. Study, strategy, have fun.
Basically, she's free. She's not working for her money. She's not working for her money. She's free.
Yes, that's correct. It's her inheritance. It's your
estate. Really what they do is, how much time do I have till I can break this down? Because I'm going to make a lot of sisters upset with this one. 30 minutes. All right. Really, what they do across the board regarding this,
is a way that you sign, where you're not really signing. I want to know if I can illustrate that. And why shouldn't
Well, yeah. Right. Well, I didn't think that was a big issue for Europeans because we are studying, I'm happy to say, and across the nation we are putting it down, I'm happy to say, putting it down, taking out a lot of corporations, and because of that, they're trying to hide the corporations now, their EIN number. But they can't hide it because IRS says that they got to give it to you. You give them income, if you give anybody income, an investment, if you give anybody anything that is equivalent to an income, which is what you do all day long every day, they're supposed to give you. You have a right to ask them for their EIN number. And if they refuse, that should put it in. Because now you can start operating under fund column. People are waking up and doing this, and that's why I want to say 2 years ago, maybe, I think 2 years ago, I don't know if you remember this, there was an article that went out and it said 700 corporations will be closing their doors forever. But well, I don't know if there's none in our area. But many of them close their doors forever because people are studying and they're reporting the income to the IRS. This is why also a lot of the corporations are trying to go overseas. They're trying to bring their operation overseas, and that's a wonderful thing because guess what? All of the family around the earth is nationalizing everything and anything, so if they go over there, they might lose everything once they nationalize. Once they nationalize, they lose everything, which is what happened in Venezuela. Chavez nationalized. He passed, but but it was some undercover stuff. He passed, but they murdered him, and they know. So that's why they kicked the American investors out of Venezuela because they really need something to do with it. So they kicked him out. But anyway, Chavez nationalized everything. And what happened was a lot of foreign European corporations were over in Venezuela, really intending to bankrupt and injure the people. So Chavez nationalized everything. One of the things that he nationalized was all of the apartment houses and things of that nature, because the foreign European aliens came over there, built apartment complexes, and was charging the Venezuelan nationals exorbitant fees to the point where they couldn't even live on their own lands. The child has said, and this is the book, nationalizes everything. All of the housing that the foreign Europeans built became property of Venezuela and the people. We have the ability to do the same exact thing, but we must do what? Study. So that we can do what? Come up with an effective strategy. So once we become effective with our strategy, we can have some what? Fun.
But what about when the Europeans, they have to sign for loans, same type of stuff that we have to sign for. So
What about it?
So when they sign, they don't. In other words, they don't generate finance.
No. That's why if you are standing innocently on the street, not doing anything, and a European is standing next to you selling drugs, they will arrest you. They're not. Why are they going to arrest him? He doesn't have anything to generate finance. You do. That's why when you look in the prisons, you see many of our people in there, because we are the heirs. Our children can accidentally fall down the steps and have an injury. DCF and whatever they want to call it, the department that doesn't care for children, will be all over you. But foreign European alien will absolutely murder their children in the backyard next to the dog, and no charges are brought. It was just an unfortunate, unforeseen accident. It was an unforeseen accident. They're not the heirs. They have no estate. They will go and apply for, and this is if they're like part of the in crowd. They will go and apply for cars. They will file bankruptcy today and tomorrow go and buy a car and get it if they're a part of the in crowd. Because they're living off of your estate. And how is that possible? Because we are not studying. Now, one of the ways that they really have us at each other's throat is with this absolutely fraudulent child support bull crap. I know a lot of sisters are going to be really upset when I say this, but you got to keep in mind, keep in the front of your mind, your so-called baby daddy never needed to pay you anything. Never, ever, ever, ever. You are being set up. Why? Because you have an estate. And these foreign European aliens are keeping you from your estate so that you can fight with your son. Because, hey, I am not going to, if I'm a European, I know I'm not going to win if I have a fight with a Moor. So what do? I pit two Moors against each other. I ain't the smartest card in the deck, but I ain't the stupidest either. And it has worked for years. So they pit mother against son, and they say, well, he's supposed to be paying you. No. He don't have to pay you jack shit. No, but you do have an obligation, because see, you have an obligation. The sons, what you're doing, what you bring to the table is you are bringing the obligation to protect the family. That's your obligation, because mother is the heir. What you gonna bring to the table? You're broke. She taking care of you, as it ought to be. Your son, she's mother all day long. But she gets you, son, and you, mother. These foreign Europeans got you at each other's throat. Meanwhile, they're collecting finance from the both of you. Because they will give the son, they will compel him under threat, duress, and coercion to enter into an unconscionable contract. Look it up. Unconscionable contract with a public servant whose obligation is to protect the son, the people, which is treason. The contract is null and void because it is done under threat, duress, and coercion. So it's not valid, but they will get you to enter into an unconscionable contract. And then you will, because you're afraid, and it's reason, I mean, it's understandable that you're afraid because you don't have knowledge, and you will send a check, and they will, and you are going to sign it, which means you just gave them the PIN number to your account. You invested in the corporation that is violating your liberties. Now this corporation says, okay, I'm going to pit him against her, and he says, and they cut her a check, not for $1,000 you gave, but for $50, because they want to set them up. She's going to take that check, and what's she going to do? She's going to sign it, which is what? She just gave them as PIN number to her account. So they collected finance from her and him. That's called, for the same instrument, that's called double dipping.
Double dip.
But let them dip. Because if they put on there, oh, we took 1,000 and we gave 1,000, then that's 2,000 hypothecated times 10. Report the income to the IRS. I bet you they won't come and bother you no more. They're setting everybody up. It's always Moors being set up against Moors. And guess what? It's always mother against son, son against mother. Because if you thought you was the shit, you're wrong. She is. Everything you got from her. Before you was even created, she was the warrior holding it down. You know how to swing a sword? Really? No, you got that from her. But she was swinging swords long before you came along. So now you're swinging the sword that she taught you and gave to you against her behind some trickery because of your ego. Put the ego down. We Moors have got to stop fighting each other. We are constantly being set up, walking into the trap like idiots. We are the ancestors' return. We wrote these beautiful documents. We brought civilization to the world. We brought astronomy, astrology, mathematics, music, architecture. Where do you think masonry comes from? We did stuff that I won't even talk about, because if I told you, you'd go back to sleep.
Do you want to explain to me what that means and how a person goes back to sleep? Because I believe it's very...
Why you have to study? How many times have you gotten a book and you open up the book and you be all excited and you start reading it, and before you know it, you're falling asleep?